And needless to say, mental health issues are a problem that I think affects everyone inside and outside the church on some level. Now, I don't think we talk about this much in the church because few Christians feel safe doing so. I think there's many who fear being judged or seen as spiritually weak. And we've taught people to believe this lie that says, well, if I battle this, I must not love Jesus. I must not trust Jesus. I must not have enough faith in Jesus. And part of that comes from well-meaning Christians who will say things to us like, well, what do you mean you have anxiety or depression? I mean, don't you know what the Bible says, brother and my sister? Like, don't be anxious about anything. You just trust God. You just pray more. And I've even heard people say, well, Christians should never take medication, or they should never see a counselor because they just need to have more faith. And while I wholeheartedly believe in God's power to heal, I also know that He uses doctors and medicine and counseling to do the healing. And after all, He created these things for our benefit. You know, we would never tell someone with cancer, well, don't take chemo, just believe harder. We'd never say to somebody with diabetes, well, don't take insulin, just have faith. So why would we tell someone battling anxiety or depression, don't get help for a legitimate medical need? The church needs to be a safe place for people to find hope and love and encouragement, not judgment. And if the statistics are true, at least half the people in this room this morning are struggling on some level. And instead of finding healing, many of us have simply learned how to cope with it, whether that's through anger or isolation or addiction or just a constant distraction. But God doesn't want you to cope. He wants you to experience victory and freedom. And because of this truth, I want us to take time to face this topic head on and see what God has to teach us so we can start seeing some victory in our lives.